Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first official episode of Orthodox. We did our little test episode 0 a couple weeks ago with Avengers Endgame. I'm your host, Matteus. We've got Sluca.
Hey, it's Sluca again.
And we're here for our first official episode talking about Scream 6. Just premiered last night. We went to see it, or at least the time recording last night. So we're here to give our thoughts. So, before we start though, the previous 5 Scream movies. I know you were a big fan. You were one of the big people who kind of introduced me to the franchise.
Yes, I am get memed on a lot for this fucking horror. You guys call me for loving horror so much. But this is just like a really accessible horror franchise for anyone who wants to get into the genre. It's funny, it's kind of tense at parts too, and it's bloody as fuck. Perfect. That's
Yeah.
what you need.
It really is. Like, I am not a horror movie person at all. I for the longest part of my life was terrified of horror movies. And even though I can handle them now, I still don't usually get that much enjoyment out of them. But I have to say, Scream 1 through 5, like, blew me away. After I watched the first one, I was dying to see the second. After the second, I was dying to see the third. Like, this was a franchise that just kept me coming back, and I wanted to come back. It wasn't just, like, an obligation to do so.
Because it kind of reminds me of, like, a TV show. It's like it can be like a teen drama type shit with this murderer, I guess, because they're doing with a lot of like friend group shit and like trust issues. It kind of feels like it's like an ongoing TV show since like the 90s or some shit.
Yeah, honestly, like they said, like pretty sure it was even kind of said like in the trailers, like this is officially like the franchise movie. This is the one that really made it a franchise, really sealed it in. These are not just little standalone things. This is one big connected adventure now.
Because that's something the last movie, like Scream 5, did not do. I think it was more of a direct sequel. It more felt like a direct sequel to just the very first movie, like back in like 1996, I think it came out.
Yeah.
Like they don't mention any of the other killers in the 2 to 4. They just mentioned Billy and Stu.
Yeah.
So you're right. This one is like the franchise sequel.
Yeah, this is the one that really kind of sealed it in. They really want to make that big connected universe like every single studio is doing now. But I mean, I can't really blame them for it. I think in this one they handled it really, really well. But before we dive into 6, let's run through our thoughts. I know your personal favorite's always been 1.
Yes, and that's probably like the general consensus.
Yeah, I think most people agree. One is my second favorite. I have lots of respect for 1. Obviously, it's the one that started the series. It's the classic. It's the staple. But I still think 4 is better. I loved so much about 4.
4 is a pretty crazy one. A lot of shit happens. It's like the reboot. They make fun of like reboots.
Yeah.
So that's a fun one. Yeah, 1 is pretty close to me. That opening is something. That's something like I shouldn't have seen on like, I think it was like on AMC one time. It was heavily censored though.
Oh yeah.
But still, like, just Home Alone with Ghostface. I think that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
And my absolute favorite character ever is in the first one, Stu Mocker, played by Matthew motherfucking Lillard. He is so funny in this movie, and I love him so much. And whenever I watch it, I have a big stupid smile on my face every time he's on screen. He is such a blast to watch.
Yeah, he really is. And the thing is, like, until I had seen Scream, I'd always just known him as the Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
And then after seeing Scream and then hearing that he's been cast in the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, I think he has so much potential for that movie, and I really look forward to seeing it.
He's like coming back or something.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember the last time he's been, excuse me, in like a recent movie.
Yeah, no, I really only heard of him in Scooby-Doo. Like, that was the only movie I heard of. I'm sure I probably have heard of other movies he was in, but just wasn't aware he was in them. But I really only heard of him in Scooby-Doo, and now I see he was in Scream. He's coming to FNAF, and I have a lot of respect for him as an actor because he really portrays that craziness so well.
He's a real son of a bitch.
Yeah,
but. Spoilers for 1 to 5, by the way.
Yeah,
for right now.
We're assuming you've seen 1 to 5. We'll stay spoiler free for 6 until further notice.
Yeah. Scream 1 is great. Neve Campbell as Sidney Prescott is a fantastic final girl.
Yeah.
The kills are really fun. I love the garage kill with Tatum.
Yeah.
It's a great kill. Oh, and we can't not talk about Randy, who knows like the entire genre.
Yes, I love Randy. I was so upset about his death, and like you could tell even the writers regretted it when they gave him a little video after that, and like in the following movie after he died.
Yeah, that was a big mistake to kill him.
Yeah, I love Randy. He was growing to be one of my favorites, and they were really teasing him becoming better because he was like, oh, you know, if I was writing this movie, I would make the nerd get with the girl. And I'm like, oh, Randy's gonna get with Sydney, and then no, they killed him off, like massacred my boy. I was so sad about that.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah.
Man, maybe we should have Fior talk about the Godfather or something.
Yeah, no, we should.
So yeah, Scream 1 is just an absolute classic in my opinion. I love Dewey, I love how hateable Gail is in this first movie.
Oh,
but then she redeems herself quite quick. Yeah, great movie that started it all.
Yeah, and the one thing I will say, because I focus a lot on this in future movies, there wasn't too much plot armor, which I liked. You know, like characters that were gonna die, they just died, and I had that.
Like people in the friend group, they died.
Yeah. Like their characters were expendable. They would they will make you love a character like Randy, and they will kill him off. They are not afraid to get rid of their characters, which is something that I wish the later movies did more of, because I feel like the first movie was really the only one that was dead set. I mean, even the second one too. But those were the only ones that were really dead set on like making you like these characters and then forcing you to deal with their loss.
Yeah. Like Scream 2 for me is just, it plays it pretty safe. It just does another. It's rinse and repeat.
It is.
Same thing. Doesn't do anything too crazy. Makes fun of sequels. They killed off Randy. Sadly.
Yeah.
I don't love the ghost face reveal in that one.
No, I don't either. Honestly, I said this in my Letterboxd review, something we'll touch upon later, I'm sure. But Scream 2 for me was lining up to really just be Scream but better. I feel like the tense scenes were more tense, the chases were more exciting, and then it all led up to nothing. I really didn't care about the killer reveal. I really didn't care for their motives. I was like, okay, what is going on here? I don't know, that the ending really fell flat, which is upsetting because the rest of the movie was really lining up to be like a better sequel than the first.
Like, I don't love the Ghostface reveal because it's who?
Nancy Loomis.
Yeah, like the mom.
And Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey. I was gonna say Timothy Olyphant because he looks so young in that movie with his McDonald's hairline. He looks.
Yeah.
God, he is really sexy in that movie, but. I mean, could be worse, could be better at Ghostface, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
so it makes
sense.
I
didn't hate it. It really fell flat. It didn't come to the same effect that like seeing the Billy Stu reveal, because like that first movie really kept me guessing the whole time. I really didn't know who was gonna be until that reveal. Because I was like, wow.
Because that was the first movie, so nobody expected there was gonna be two killers.
Yeah,
that was really like the last thing.
Yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, who's the killer? And then it reveals that there's two, and I'm like, oh wow. Definitely was not expecting that, because I had no idea as to what was going on in Scream until I'd seen the movie.
Yeah, so Scream 2 is kind of just, it's okay, it's decent.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do anything crazy, it plays it safe.
I agree.
That's really it. Now Scream 3, however...
You don't like Scream 3, and I do like Scream 3.
That's fine you like it, because it's definitely fun. And it has a Jane Silent Bob cameo, those... two side characters from Clerks.
Yeah. Which is funny too, because I don't know if I ever pointed out to you. In Scream 2, when Randy's at the video store, there's a Clerks poster behind him at one point.
Or no, that's in Scream 1. Yeah.
Oh, was it in Scream 1? Okay, no, it was one of them.
The movie, the Scream came out like a few years after it, and it's all under the Miramax logo.
Yeah.
So that's probably why it's just.
Yeah, I mean, okay, Scream 3 is one of those movies where it's like, objectively, it's definitely worse than the first two. However, I still put 3 above 2. Definitely not better than 1, but I put 3 above 2 because it was just a fun watch. And I think also because you precautioned me as, like, this is the worst one, you're not gonna like this, like, it's really not that great. And I was like, okay, you know what, I'll see what can happen. And there were, like, just some scenes that were, like, so goofy. And I was just dying of laughter. Like, when they're trying to, like, escape the house, but that gets, like, blown up. And then they're, like, all tumbling down. I'm like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I don't know why that dude even had to have the light, like, read the paper with the light.
Yeah.
People can see a bit in the dark. There was
like moonlight coming right through the window.
You could see... Dog, like, come on.
Yeah.
Who just has a I mean, and I guess people do have it later on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they were all like, well, because like Scream 3, they were all like in their 20s or so, and you know, it's the 90s. People are definitely smoking more often, and also just some people can't relate to when you're not smoking.
Yeah. But I think the dumbest part about this movie is the voice changer that can imitate literally every human on Earth.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell you that they regretted it because they never used it again, despite obviously the future movies being set in the future.
That is the dumbest shit in the world. That doesn't even like come close. I mean, it might come close to existing today because people like, you know, AI bots.
Honestly, I think today is the day where it is becoming the closest to we're actually being able to see it because now. Like, I know most AIs before were like a text-to-speech AI. Now a lot of them now are essentially you speaking and they'll just transform your voice.
And, like, we get videos like AI speaking.
Like, yeah, AI Trump and Biden and Obama and Ice Spice and Ben Shapiro playing Minecraft and, like, Joe Biden calling himself a munch. And, like,
so that would make more sense today, but in 2000?
Definitely not in 2000. No.
Impossible.
No. Definitely not. But I mean, I didn't hate it. I was able to get over it. I'm like, yeah, you know, this is kind of dumb. But at the end of the day, like, I'm just here for, like, fun.
And the Ghostface reveal in that one isn't great either.
No.
Because it goes back to the first movie where, like, this dude basically told them to go kill Sydney's mother.
Yeah.
Which is... That's a bit of a bummer knowing that, like, maybe Stu and Billy just had their just murderous intentions and that was it.
Yeah.
Because it was simple in the first movie. Like, What happened with Billy's parents again? That like he's like his dad.
His dad had an affair with Sydney's mom.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. That's right. And this dude fuck, what's his name again? Roman, I think his name.
Oh yeah, Roman.
Yeah, he was like behind. He was like the director.
Yeah, he was the director of Stab 3.
Yeah, and he directed Stu and Billy to like do their first. Like like what they did in the first movie, pretty much.
However, I did like that there was one killer because I was constantly guessing as to who the two killers were. Because now I was so dead set on there being two killers, and then there was one.
Because from Screams 1 to 5, there's excluding 3, there's always multiple killers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So having one killer still threw me off. I mean, I kind of guessed it was him from what I remember. Like, I remember thinking it was him, but then I had another guess as to who the other one was, and seeing that it was only him was interesting to me. At least they did switch that up.
Mm-hmm.
And then Scream 4, my favorite.
Scream 4 is a fun one.
Scream 4, it was just a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And, like, I don't know. I don't have too much to say, but like, who even were the killers in that one? I already forgot.
It's Charlie Walker. Fucking. If you look at his face closely enough, he looks like Macaulay Culkin.
I'm gonna search this up.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah. No, I know who he is.
They're brothers. So that's pretty cool. And Emma Roberts. I think her name is Jill in that movie.
Jill. Oh, it was Jill in that one. Mm-hmm. Yes.
They were just, doing the same old shtick. They want to frame these murders, and they just want to capitalize that popularity.
Oh yes, these two. I was getting confused between 4 and 5. Yeah, it was these ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's them. So Scream 4 is, and what I really like about Scream 4 is that, there's characters that I enjoy watching more in that movie than the previous two. I think mm-hmm. I can't remember much about Scream 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Main cast characters. Fuck, I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, much at all. I definitely do remember it all. I have trouble remembering which is which because I watched all of them in the span of a week, and that was a month ago. And now 1 through 4 kind of blend together to me because it's all pretty much the same cast, and then 5 is what really kind of sets itself apart because obviously there's that 11-year gap once again. But I don't know. 4 was definitely my favorite. Not by crazy much. I still think 1 is a close second, even after watching Scream 6. But 4 definitely
it's a fun one. However. Not slight nitpick, big nitpick, because you could see that throughout the whole movie. I don't know why there's I don't know who gave the fucking camera operator Vaseline just to wipe on the camera.
Yeah, I mean, okay, honestly, you pointed that out to me before it started, and I didn't notice it throughout much of the movie. Any scene where you're inside and there's direct sunlight from outside coming in, it looks horrible. Yeah. There was massive glare. It looks really foggy. It really looks like you just need to clean your camera off, and then everything will be fine.
It looks very ugly.
Yeah.
it's really distracting at some
Yeah,
parts.
it is, especially
even in like daytime scenes, because it's like brighter.
Yeah,
there's just this glare. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, the scenes in the dark were fine. I think they didn't have much of that. It was those really bright scenes, or a scene where you're inside with a bright light coming in. That bright light is like really, really distracting.
Yeah. Decent enough Ghostface killers.
Yeah.
I like how it makes fun of reboots and shit.
Yeah.
Really fun stuff. Sidney, Dewey, and Gale are back. However, this was a movie that honestly should have killed a main character.
I agree.
Especially after 11 years after Scream 3 came out. You know, you gotta really hit it home and establish a threat and shit. Yeah. Like, they will kill main characters, but that's something that the next two movies kind of suffer from.
Yeah, definitely.
Actually, maybe. That's Scream. That's all. That's Scream 1 to 4 in that show. Now 5.
And then the requel. They're really bringing it back now.
This one I was really excited for, because it was my first Scream movie in theaters.
Yeah. I had heard of it when it was coming out. A couple of my friends were interested in watching it. They said it was good. They watched it when it came out, and obviously I didn't watch it until last month. I thought it was alright. I think it's like, if I'm trying to rate them, I'd put it above 2 and 3 maybe. Definitely not better than 1 or 4.
Mm-hmm. It's just decent. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's just a good movie. I like this that most movies do nowadays is like so-called passing the torch.
Yeah.
Like passing it to a new, a younger generation.
Yeah, because obviously Neve Campbell's not going to be there to stay. And I mean, we already knew before the release of Scream 6 that she was not coming back for that movie.
That's not a spoiler.
Yeah, we knew that long before.
Yeah, Scream 5 is, I think it's good fun. Bright new cast. I love watching a lot of these people. I love, Jack Quaid.
Oh, yeah.
He's the best.
Richie was my favorite character. And the thing is, before watching it, I already had it spoiled for me. I already knew that Richie was the killer. I didn't know who the other one was, but I knew it was him. And so knowing he was the killer during the scenes where it's like, I was watching Netflix, man. I'm chilling, man. I loved it. I loved Jack Quaid. I loved Richie's character. I loved how, innocent he portrayed himself. Like, how, naive, innocent, dumb he portrayed himself.
Because he's very good at playing, a genuine sweet guy and an absolute douche lord. Yeah. Like, him and the boys. That's how I know him, from The Boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Please watch that show. He is such a sweet guy in that movie, who's just always at the wrong place at the wrong time, just getting covered in blood. Yeah. And just trying to hold the group together. But in this movie, he's just a bit of a movie goofball, and he just so happens to be an asshole Ghostface killer. So. Yeah. And even when I saw the movie and he was revealed, I was like, no.
Yeah, that was the one thing. I'm like, I loved him. The one thing I didn't like is that if he's the killer, he's not coming back. He's done for.
Yeah. He is very dead. Oh my god, he is very dead.
Oh yeah.
He was stabbed more times on 2 sets of hands. Yeah. He was slit and throat slit and shot in the head. Yeah. He is dead.
She stabbed him oh lord, far too many times.
Yeah, and also with this movie, I feel like the legacy characters didn't do that much. I was rewatching Scream 5 yesterday, just in preparation for Scream 6. Mm-hmm. Sidney doesn't show up until an hour in the movie.
Yeah. But honestly, I think that's good, because that they didn't need her to carry the movie.
They didn't need her at all, but I always have her there, I guess. Her presence wasn't really there at first. And one thing I really love about this movie, they killed Dewey.
Yes, and that's another thing. While I was spoiled for Richie being the killer, I anti-spoiled myself because I looked at the poster for Scream 6, a very zoomed-out poster when I bought tickets, and thought that I saw Dewey in the poster. And because of that, when he died, I didn't believe he died. So I was in denial for the entire movie, or not even knowing I was in denial. I'm like, he's not dead. When they bring out the body bag, I'm like, oh, that was that other security guard that died. Dewey's not dead. They're gonna reveal this at the end of the movie. And then the credits hit, and I'm like, they didn't show me Dewey coming back. Yeah. And it wasn't until then, I was watching with one of my friends. She told me Dewey's done. It's over. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, okay. I didn't even take that in the moment, because I'm like, nah, Dewey's fine. They're not gonna kill him off.
I mean, I watched the scene yesterday. It really felt like a death scene. It was like a main character death scene.
Yeah, that's the thing. They did it so well, but I was just so in denial that I'm like, okay, whatever.
It was slow. The music was ramping up, and he even like Ghostface gets like a final line, like it was an honor or some shit, and kicks his ass to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, it was definitely a main character death scene. And
absolutely.
What makes it even sadder for Gale is, did you know that Gale and Dewey like were married once in real life?
In real life?
They met on Scream 1, and they started dating after that movie came out, and then they got married after Scream 2, and they divorced, unfortunately, back in like 2011, right around the time of Scream 4. So it feels genuine. They actually dated once in real life,
yeah,
and they were married in real life.
Which perfectly parallels their characters.
Exactly.
Wow.
And they have just respect for each other in real life, thank God, and in the movie. Like, shit, that makes it even...
that makes it even more like heartfelt and real. Damn, I did not even know that.
Yes, they were married once in real life. Holy shit.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, it was a real death scene, so real sad for Gale there.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But that's something that's... we gotta talk about that later. Yeah. So they kill off doing this one. Thank God. I mean, not thank God isn't like I wanted Dewey to die, but like...
but there's actually some stakes.
Mm-hmm, like, this Ghostface is pretty fucking badass.
Yeah.
However... there's always gonna be a however. Since Richie was in the elevator going down, this was definitely not his Ghostface. It was the other girl.
Oh yeah.
What's her name? I know her name in real life is Mikey Madison. She was in.
Let me see.
She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She was pretty great in that.
Let me pull up my character list here.
Fuck.
Scream
5.
Amber,
yeah. She is really strong in the Ghostface suit, which kind of doesn't make that much sense. She kind of lifts off Dewey off the ground. I don't think this girl. I mean, I think I don't know if she was able, judging by her size and the size of her arms. I don't know if she was able to lift up this. Pretty big dude. Yeah. Especially because Dewey looks kind of overweight in this movie. I think they made him look like that.
Yeah, they wanted him to be that disgruntled dude who's like really like does not know where his life's going right now.
Exactly. He's just kind of out of his prime for sure. I don't think she would have been able to pick him up.
No.
But, I mean, what are you going to do about
at the end of the day, the physics have not always been the most important thing. Like, you've had, like, Ghostface getting shot and just, like, even with a bulletproof vest, a shot to the chest will knock you down just from the impact of it. And, like, usually they'll have this dude just, like, running at you still. Like, I'm not too worried about the physics of it. Mm-hmm. I mean, they do comment on that, like, I mean, or not, like, I've seen a lot of fans comment on the fact, like, Amber did pretty much all the killing. Richie only got, like, one kill in the movie.
Who would have that been?
I don't even remember who his one kill was. I know that I know that people have commented like Richie only gets one kill.
It might have been that dude at the beginning, the guy with the car.
Yeah, I think that might have been it.
That's the only thing I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty crazy Ghostface killers. They kind of match the absolute unhinged behavior of Billy and Stu in the first movie.
Yeah.
Like, they're, like, laughing and, like, crazy and shit. Like, the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? And Amber dies in the funniest way because she dies in the, like, near exact same way in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
She gets set on fire, and she's on fire. In that movie, she's on fire for, like, 5 minutes, it feels like.
Yeah.
And she is screaming her lungs out for the entire time. She busts through the fucking patio door, like in like glass, and Leo DiCaprio's like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And she jumps in the pool, and then Leo gets out of the pool and takes out his flamethrower and fucking lights her on fire again while she's still in the pool. Like,
oh my god.
Absolutely crazy scene.
Yeah.
And she dies in a much quicker way, but still in the exact same fashion. She shot a bunch, and she set on fire, and then shot in the head again.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. Just die already. So she's got quite the repertoire for dying in movies.
Yeah.
But she seems
on fire.
She seems like such a sweet person, though.
Yeah.
They all do. I love
they really do. And so that pretty much sums up Scream 1 to 5. So, spoiler-free thoughts on Scream 6. Well, what's your opinion first?
I think I liked it. Like, it was definitely, in the marketing, all over the place, it's always like, this is a new Ghostface. Like, what's he counting down to? I was like, okay, they're doing this whole thing again. I swear to God, they did this last year. Like,
yeah.
They said, like, this is something different. I think it is something different.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of its, I guess, story structure. I think it's a different Scream movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a different Ghostface, though. That's something I haven't really, I guess, decided on. So, yeah, I love how it's in New York. Finally, a new setting.
Yes, we're finally out of Woodsboro.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of weird to think because the surviving cast of five, Sam, Tara, Chad, his name is?
Yeah, Chad.
Yeah, Chad, and the Meeks girl, Randy's nephew.
Mindy,
yes. I don't know why all four of them just unanimously, like, decide to live in New York, which is, like, the most dangerous crime city in, like, the States, probably.
Yeah.
Like, it has the highest crime rate. I'm pretty sure it does. Holy shit, I don't know why you'd want to go there.
Yeah.
I don't know why you don't live in Colorado in the mountains or some shit.
Yeah.
but whatever, fuck it, we need a movie. So yeah, they're finally out of Woodsboro. I really like these four surviving characters. I love Chad the most. It's in the name, dude. He's a Chad.
He is a Chad.
It's in the name. I just want to give him a big hug. He's such a fun dude.
I really liked him. And, then we have our few new characters as well. We've got Ethan, we've got Annika, we've got we got Danny.
We had that Jason dude, the guy put Tony Flash from
Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
We got the detective.
Detective, and I think that's it, actually.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much it.
Oh, and Samara Weaving, the girl at the restaurant in the beginning.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, quite a big cast again.
Yeah, quite a big cast. I'm happy. They didn't just go slamming for star power. They picked actors that I think were actually really fitting for their roles.
And a lot of unknown faces. I like seeing unknown faces, like up and coming actors. It's good to see fresh faces. And the only legacy character in this movie is Gail.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that Gail is in New York because it was established in the last movie that she moved to New York like back in like 2011 or 12 or something. She's been doing the news there or something.
Yeah.
So makes sense that she's there.
They gave their little quick write off to Sydney's Nev Campbell's Sydney, basically saying, she ran away somewhere safe because obviously in real life, there was issues like with negotiating a deal with Nev Campbell. So
that's kind of uncharacteristic of Nev Campbell to do that, though, or for I guess Sydney to do that.
Yeah.
Though. Like in the last movie, she was like a few states away, I think.
Yeah.
She was definitely not in Woodsboro, and she said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, she came running.
Yeah, she came right there to like. And this, they just make her not. They just say she's not coming this time.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, what else can you say?
Yeah.
Maybe if they killed her off in the fifth movie, that would have been.
Yeah.
That would have been the move, but whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Who knows if she'll return? I don't have my hopes high for her returning because honestly, she doesn't really have to. If she doesn't, though, that'd be a bummer because that means she just disappears.
Yeah.
She's just not in anymore. No real send off.
Actually, we did have one more legacy character. We had Kirby Reed. She
that's
came back
right.
in Scream 4.
That's right. Yeah,
she was not killed in Scream 4 apparently, and then came back
because people are like, "Oh, she was last seen breathing."
Yeah.
Like she didn't flatline technically. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
I guess I'm sure, bro. let's just go with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, real character upgrade from her. She's with the FBI now, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What I don't know. What else can we say without spoilers?
I don't know. I mean, as a whole, I definitely enjoyed it. I think it was better than Scream 5 for me. I think it was definitely a step up from that.
Definitely better than Scream 5.
Still doesn't touch 1 or 4. Probably, I'd say it could beat 5. Could beat 2. Could probably beat 3, but I think this is not going to touch 1 or 4 for me.
I think this beats 2 and 3 for me. Maybe even 4? I'm not sure. I need to actually rank them.
Yeah.
as Mindy says, we stop using Letterboxd and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of my
a real line
favorite quotes.
That is a line in the movie.
Yeah.
I actually just remember this. This movie is tense as fuck.
It really is, yeah.
Wow. Like, I can't remember I felt this. I mean, I wasn't like, I guess, shaking in my seat, but I was like, this is like something's happening, This is actually like pretty.
Yeah, those
pretty
chase scenes, those kill scenes, like they make you feel it.
Yeah, like if you guys saw in the trailer, the convenience store scene. That is a really good scene. There was like no music in that one. It's just a pure like minute or two of just dead silence, just trying to get away from this motherfucker.
Yeah, I think the most tense scene for me, and it was another one that was actually from the first trailer, was the subway scene.
Yeah,
just watching Ghostface just creep
in
creep.
The trailer,
that was like some big Five Nights at Freddy vibes for me.
You nerd. But in the trailer for the subway scene, I'm like, I didn't really feel that tense, but in the movie it was really ramping up.
Yeah. And
it's kind of scary too, because it's even in the tagline, like in a city of millions, nobody can hear you scream.
Yeah.
Like this I don't know if we can. No, we can't say it.
Nah.
Yes.
We'll get to it soon.
Yeah. And Ghostface is a real son of a bitch, and he is badass in this movie.
Yeah, I love the new mask design. I love like that beaten up old mask.
Yeah, he uses a shotgun.
Yeah.
Which is that's probably the scariest weapon he's held ever. Yeah. He can get you from a range.
Yeah, I know. We're finally not just going knives.
Yeah. God, that sucks. Holy fuck. Yeah, Ghostface is scary in this movie.
Yeah.
Really fucking scary. I think that's all we can say.
Yeah, I think like spoiler free. That's pretty much all we got to say. So this is the official spoiler warning now. Now we're on full thoughts into the movie.
Wait, is it recording?
Yeah. Yeah, we're at half an hour.
Oh, okay. It wasn't moving for a second. I was like, oh god, that's why we just froze.
Oh, no. Alright, yeah. So spoiler warning now. This is our official unfiltered thoughts about the movie.
Scream 6 incoming.
So going back to Kirby Reed. She actually does say in the movie that she was pronounced dead for 4 minutes, and then I guess they were able to bring her back to life.
So technically she did die.
So technically she did flatline at one point. It was just, I guess, she made it to the hospital. Oh no, she's dead. Well, she's back alive because we want to bring her back.
They probably got like defibrillators or something.
Yeah.
But I want to start from the beginning because this movie is structured pretty different.
Yeah, you guys definitely. So I mean, obviously though we have our opening kill. That's always gonna happen. You have your unsuspecting girl gets lured into a place where she's alone. But
I'm sad it's Samara leaving because I really wanted her in this movie.
Yeah.
I love her so much. She's such a blast. She was in Babylon for a while.
Oh, yes.
She was in a movie called Ready or Not. And
I've heard of that.
And it's funny enough, the same directors that made Scream 5 and 6 directed Ready or Not. Huh. So she's kind of... She worked with him before, so it's kind of kind of a shame to see that she's not in this movie. But that's kind of like the Scream staple. Like, people will be promoted, but then they'll be killed off like immediately. Like Drew Barrymore in the first movie. She was like all over marketing apparently. She's in the posters, she's in the trailer, but then she dies like 5 minutes in.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's a Scream trope at this point, so I can't really complain that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's pretty scary too because it's at a public restaurant. You're not really sure where this is going because this guy isn't using the Ghostface voice changer at first.
Yeah.
And she gets lured out of this public restaurant. It's like somewhere isolated, and she gets slashed away, and then the Ghostface killer takes off his mask.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell?
I was like, huh.
Like he starts to peel it off. I'm like, okay, they're gonna stop him here. Someone's gonna show up, and like, no, he takes it off, and it's Flash Thompson.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, Penis Parker? So, even when that one shot of him going for that final slash like this, you guys can't see, but I'm like just going in a diagonal slash. You'd expect it to go to like title card right there.
Yeah.
No, it keeps going. There's just blood on his face. And then he takes off his mask. I was like, what the...
I know, that was the last thing I was expecting.
And immediately I thought, yes, this movie actually is doing something
they're
different.
truly doing something different. And I mean, I was really wondering, I'm like, okay, so is he gonna, like, are we gonna have that dramatic irony where, like, we know he's the killer, but the rest of them
like,
don't?
is it gonna be like a Pixar movie where, like, you know, he's just a kind of a twist villain, but he's established in the beginning, but he's a twist villain for the characters? That may have been, I don't know if that would have worked really, but I think
I did is much better.
I know, I just wanted to see where it was going. I was like, holy shit, okay, so fucking Flash Thompson is the killer.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So he goes back to his apartment. We find, of course, there's always two killers. We find like he's him and his friend Greg. They're kind of their little
they've been doing
crime.
some killing, and it's said that they've been doing some killing because he said he wanted some practice.
Yeah, and their ultimate goal is to get to Sam and Tara.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't remember what their motivation was. I think like Flash definitely knew Tara, played by Jenna Ortega. Like,
yeah, because they went to the same school,
yeah.
and they were on the frat party and all that.
Yeah, I'm not. I can't remember what their motive was behind their killing.
It might have been the whole, like, you know, Sam was responsible for the murders, which was kind of like
that's kind of a running theme through this movie. Like Sam is being like framed for the murders in the last year. You know, because of r/Reddit.
Yeah.
Literally.
It was like r/the truth behind Ghostface or something like that. Like, they really had a whole subreddit within the movie dedicated to exposing Sam as the real Ghostface.
How Zoomer of them to do. So yeah, he walks back to his apartment and he gets a call from his buddy and he says he wanted to do his own practice.
Yeah, so he's using the Ghostface mask on the phone, Ghostface voice on the phone.
Yeah, it's Ghostface on the phone, but he just thinks it's his friend because obviously they have the voice changer.
Yeah, you know, he thinks he's working with his other Ghostface, so to get some more killers.
But then he's playing a game of hot and cold with him, and then he leads him to his fridge, which is with a fucking decapitated head and body parts.
Like, he was dismembered.
Yeah, I was like, damn, like this is nobody in the Scream movies has been. I don't think anyone has had their head cut off.
That was very, very.
It's all stabs and gunshots, really.
Yeah, like, you never see like any actual chopped off limbs just like hanging around.
Yeah, like fuck.
Yeah, they got real gruesome with that. That's just lying in the fridge.
Real creepy stuff, and then Ghostface shows up and
the real Ghostface.
The real Ghostface. I should have known because this Ghostface has like the mask on that we see in the trailer, like the beat up one, the one in the beginning that Flash used. Was a very clean looking design. Yeah. I should have seen that coming, but I didn't.
I mean, because we also, I mean, like, I don't know if it was like leaked images or promotional images, but we knew the whole shrine of Ghostfaces was going to be a thing, so I wasn't surprised. And even before, like, in his closet, he had multiple Ghostface masks, so I wasn't really surprised by the fact that he wasn't using the beat up one. Yeah. I was like, whatever, this is just another one of his masks.
I guess so, yeah. And then now that shot happens where he's looking at Flash and he does that the diagonal slash and boom, now we're in the movie.
Yeah, now we're officially in Scream 6.
We're like 10 minutes in and like holy shit, this was structured very, very differently. And that brings the question: how many people all around the city are mimicking Ghostface killings? Yeah, like that's kind of something that's not really brought up because like you're telling me that you know that Sam is in the city and she is being framed for these murders. And there's only one Ghostface actually going around doing these killings. Yeah. There's got to be a few out there. Yeah, for sure. I mean, aside from, you know, the killers at the end, which, you know, spoilers, you know, we gave you that warning. There's 3 of them. Yeah. But they're working together. Yeah. Like, it's not like people that aren't really associated with each other.
Yeah, no, they were directly 1-to-1. They were 1-to-1-to-1. All really, really teamed up. They had their one big plan.
Yeah, but like, I think there would be people running around the city more in Ghostface.
For sure, especially because, you know, this is set days before Halloween. Everyone's in their Halloween parties. You have so much more of an excuse or so much easier, like, you know, so much less of a reason to hide while wearing a Ghostface mask. Something, of course, we see in that subway scene.
It reminds me of something of like Kick-Ass. Where like people would just dress up to try to do this one thing, but it's New York, man. Everyone's got a weapon on them or something. So like, they would die doing it. Like,
it's not even about needing to have a weapon on you. If you have a kitchen with a knife, you officially have the official Ghostface weapon.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's really easy for people just to mimic and shit. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe maybe this is a different universe where everyone in New York isn't so crazy. Yeah. I've been in New York once and it was fun.
I've never been.
It's pretty fucking awesome. And Manhattan is pretty fucking beautiful. But I don't love cities, but that goes for all cities.
Yeah.
Not New York exclusively. So yeah, Scream 6, we're in. What happens next?
There's the party. I think it goes straight to the party because we know that Tara's at the party. You know, she's there with her friends, and obviously Sam does not want to be there.
She's there. Tara's there with Chad, Ethan. Fucking Ethan.
Yeah. And then Mindy's there too, right?
Mindy is there too with her with her girlfriend Annika.
Yes.
So they are at this frat party. I think it's just a Halloween party.
It is a frat party. Yeah, it's at the Omega Kappa Beta. I think this one was because they've obviously had their fair share of frat parties in previous movies, but I'm pretty sure this one was Omega Kappa Beta.
Man, I don't get frats and shit.
Me neither.
I mean, we don't live in a country where frats is that popular.
No.
I don't think. It's more of a U.S. thing.
No, it's definitely not a Canada thing.
Yeah. So Tara is acting a little irresponsible. You know, she's just kind of drinking with all these strangers and shit. And Sam is really looking out for her, especially after the events of the last movie.
Yeah. I think they're on complete opposite sides. Like Sam is beyond paranoid, and Tara was about to go up to Mr. Date Rape's room.
Yes,
that's what they refer to him as in the movie.
This not so poor guy is just trying to pick up somebody, and possibly do some date rape stuff because Tara's pretty intoxicated.
Yeah.
But Chad the Chad steps in and one ups him. And then Sam shows up and tases him in the nuts.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Is that illegal? I mean, it is an act of self-defense.
Yeah, I was going to say, it could definitely be classified as self-defense.
And she even tells the officer, and he doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah, because I know at least in Canada, the ways self-defense laws actually work, you can, because Sam herself was not directly attacked, but in Canada, you can act in the self-defense of someone else.
Yeah.
If I were to see you being attacked, I can step in and claim self-defense even if I was not being attacked at all myself.
I'm not sure how the New York rules work in that regard, but I assume that's what it is.
Yeah, and we got ghost faces running around. Clearly the law is not doing enough in these movies anyways.
Mm-hmm. So, and also, Sam is, they all live in an apartment together. All four of them, plus some new characters. Who's the redheaded girl?
I don't even remember.
I forgot her name. She's banging her like Tinder boyfriend or some shit. She was funny. She's like, oh sorry, did I cough fuck you?
Yeah. Let's see. Let me pull up the character list once again for this one. What is her name? Quinn?
Quinn, yes, that's her name.
Yes,
Yes, Quinn, that is her name. Quinn. So new characters in this movie, like aside from as Chad refers to him as the core four, which is adorable. So there's Quinn, there's Ethan, there's Annika, and no, this Jason character played by Flash Thompson he's dead. Samara Weaving is dead, so they're not in the main cast really at all. They're dead before the fucking title card even shows up. So we only have like a few new main characters, which is nice. Because I thought this cast was going to be honestly loaded.
Yeah. I prefer it being on a much more concise set of characters instead of just a whole stacked cast.
And a new character, Annika's dad, who's like a cop or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what his position is. I don't know if he's like the deputy or something.
Yeah, I don't really know what he was.
Or I'm not sure. Or I think he's FBI. I think he might be FBI because he's working with Kirby.
Yeah.
That might be wrong. I'm not sure. So yeah, new characters. They're all living in this apartment. Date rape almost happens, but Sam steps in.
Yeah.
And Tara gets really mad at Sam because she is like basically like stalking her.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna say rightfully so, but like, she is looking out for you.
Yeah.
Like shit happened last year, and we're in a city where like crime rate is at its highest, absolute highest, I think.
Yeah. And then, we go back to the apartment. We got the Core 4 hanging out. Chad gives them the official name of the Core 4.
that's
I really like it.
That's
the one thing I thought it was missing when they were all giving each other their high fives, they could have just high fours, man.
Yeah.
Just use your
I was like,
I was waiting for him to put the thumb in.
What if you just like go like this? Like,
yeah, just, you know, 4-4, but no, they stuck to the high fives. But whatever, I'm not gonna complain about that. I was like, oh, they missed an opportunity.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah, but the peace in their apartment does not last long.
No, but going back to Sam, she's in therapy now.
Oh yes, true. That happens first
because she, apparently really enjoyed killing Richie in the last movie.
Yeah, like the spirit of Billy really went through her for that one.
She's admitting to him that it felt good. It felt
it felt really good.
Yeah.
She loved that, and that's when the therapist is like, yeah, I'm done here. I'm reporting this to the law.
I think, fuck the law, dog. Like, I mean, any real therapist would consider a psych ward. Like that. If you say you enjoy killing somebody, that is some psych ward time. We at the very least prison time.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. So that happens. Yeah. Fuck, my phone's ringing.
Yeah.
Whoops. So.
Yeah, and then then it's back to the apartment where we have a very short spurt of peace.
Yes. I mean, what's the first Ghostface attack?
It was the one in the apartment, wasn't it? I could have sworn it was the one.
I don't think so. No, I think it's the convenience store first.
Was it?
I think it was because they run back to the apartment and then Annika died and then they want to go to the other apartment.
yes. So convenience store first. But even before the convenience store, it was just on the street. Yeah. They run into the convenience store.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention too. Sam is like we said, all over this Reddit. There's people taking videos of her saying it's the killer type shit.
Yeah.
She's constantly being ridiculed for her not so nice actions in the last movie. She's like, I didn't do any of it. She didn't. She only did the last one, and she felt really good about it. So
yeah,
she's still technically a murderer in my eyes.
Yeah.
But I guess in good riddance.
Yeah, just not to the extent that everyone else thinks she is.
Exactly. I apologize if I can't remember everything because I.
Yeah, no, because we just saw it. It's all a blur.
This is a long movie. It's the longest in the series. Yeah. A lot of shit happens. I just want to get to the real mean potatoes of this one.
Yeah.
I can't remember scene for scene. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I think Ghostface gets to them somewhere. I don't remember if it was on the street or just somewhere.
Or no. I know what happens. Sam wants to go to the sheriff's office or the police department or something. And Tara wants to tag along because, Quinn's dad is a cop so they can, help him out with shit. To do some shit with Ghostface. So they're on their way in the street and then they get a call.
Yes.
And they get a call and it's from Richie. It's a call from Richie.
Yes.
It is a call from Richie's phone. And, any normal person would just be like, huh. And then that is weird as fuck, but
yeah,
you don't pick up.
I know, especially then you would think, no, I'm not gonna pick up. No,
absolutely not. But we're in a Scream movie, so everyone picks up the phone. Everyone still has house phones, even including Gail.
Yeah,
she has a house phone. Who the fuck has a house phone in this day and age?
Yes, and in New York.
I don't.
I do still.
You do?
I do.
That's cringe. I would assume most people don't because everyone has their own personal number now.
Yeah, especially in New York where you're in an apartment and stuff. It's much different. Much less people have landlines.
I don't know, maybe it's cheaper to get the landline combo.
Maybe.
than to just not pay for it at all and just pay for the rest, whatever. So they get a call from Richie. It's not Richie. I don't know how it's. I guess I guess this actually does make sense because of the killers at the end.
Yeah.
These. So fuck it, we'll get to that later. So
yeah, we'll get to it.
Yeah, so they get a call from Richie, and it's the whole Ghostface shtick. He's gonna kill her, and shit. And she's warning him. She's like, "You fuck with me, you're gonna, last person to fuck with me died and shit." No, this Ghostface is not afraid.
Yeah, no,
he's not afraid.
Because he does just jump on the street. Because while Sam's on the phone, he tries to jump Tara and try to just get the kill on her.
Exactly. So, but then they escape and they run into a convenience store.
Yeah, the nearest building, which was a convenience store. And that's when we get that amazing scene.
Yeah, this pretty great scene.
You know, they run in, everyone thinks they're crazy, but then Ghostface comes in.
But then this random guy even like stands up for him. He's like, "You got a problem, dude?" And he's just in immediate stab.
Oh yeah, stabbed to death. Next guy comes out, stabbed to death.
And then even the convenience store owner
that's when he pulls out the shotgun.
He pulls out the shotgun.
Ghostface dips down under that and gets to him.
He could have easily had a shot, but he said, hey, he even warned him. He's like, "Hey, buddy," and then he looked.
Yeah.
And then he shot.
Yeah.
He could have just totally fucking wasted his ass, but whatever. Dumb decisions exist, and that's just something that everyone's gonna have to accept.
Yeah.
And then the dude, like, this guy's even helping out the convenience store guy. He's like telling him to like run out the back.
Yeah. He's like, "Get out the back." Yeah. No, it's locked, and they have to try to escape. Ghostface, of course, kills the convenience store owner, gets the shotgun,
gets a hold of his shotgun.
And then it's that tense scene. No music, just dead silence.
It's dead silence. All you hear is the footsteps and the crunching of all the chips on the floor.
Yeah, crunching the chips, the shattering of glass.
Yeah,
Sam throwing that beer can.
Yeah, it just as a quick
diversion.
Yeah, and they get the fuck out of Dodge by dropping a whole ass shelf on him.
Yeah.
So that was pretty smart. I don't know how they could have communicated that in silence. Like, I don't think it was shown. They just kind of had their sisters. The great minds think alike. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they got that twin telepathy despite not being twins.
Which, side note, I think like they look extremely alike. They look like sisters. I think.
Which is funny because they have different fathers.
I know. Yes, they. Oh wait, do they?
Yeah, it was only Sam's father.
That's
really
right.
famous.
No, that's right.
And then,
you're right.
Tara had a completely different father.
You're right. But I think they still look related to me.
Yeah, I mean, they have the same mother. It's not like they're entirely. Unrelated.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, great scene in a convenience store there.
Yeah.
They get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
But the Ghostface, he drops his mask. He leaves it in the store.
True. Yes.
To make and some of Sam's identification. She has like her license or her something like that.
Yeah, it was a piece of photo identification.
Yeah, and obviously the cops take her in thinking it's her, but it wasn't because they had alibis that she was at her therapist's earlier and then at this party.
Yeah.
Tara was also at this party, and everyone that they knew was at this party.
Yeah.
Everyone was away from the problem. Which, speaking of which, is all of this happening in one night?
Yeah, the whole thing happens in a span of 3 days. There was the first day, which the party.
No. I mean just this whole thing with the convenience store and the Halloween party and then the arguing, and this all happened in one night because it doesn't show daytime at all.
Yeah, that was all one night.
Tara must have left the party at 9:00 or something, which is very early for. Yeah, a frat party, I would assume.
Yeah.
And what time was Sam at her therapist at? 8:00 or 7 or some shit?
7 to 8.
Nobody does that. It's like a noon thing.
I don't know, late night therapy session, man.
Whatever. So I think this weirdly enough all happens in one night. A lot of time, a lot of shit happens in just a few hours.
Yeah.
We are back on the road, baby. Holy shit. So, where was I at?
Then it's back to the apartment, finally. Yes. One scene I keep thinking of.
Yes, we are back to the apartment. And I think this is when Mason, or I keep saying Mason, that's his name in real life, Chad, is we're the core forward type shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, I keep getting a call. God damn it. I gotta jog my memory right quick.
It's core 4, we got Danny across the street. And I can just chill
that's something apartment. I should have noticed too. Yes, Sarah is seeing a guy, and she's actively hooking up with the guy across, a guy across the hallway.
Yeah, unbeknownst to everyone else, or not so much unbeknownst to everyone else. Everyone else had their suspicions.
They all knew,
but they pretty much all knew, but they didn't know.
They're banging, but they're not dating.
Yeah,
because rightfully so. Sam is afraid of.
Yeah, she is not ready for another relationship after Richie.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Tara, also she's getting pretty intimate with Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that almost happens, but they get
cock-blocked. They get cockblocked, and of course they get their scene later on.
Yes, they do. Right before shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
But
speaking of shit hitting the fan, this is where shit hits the fan.
Yeah. So this dude is across the. He is like across. Is he across the building or is it like
it's across the street?
Okay.
It's the building. It's the
buildings
building
are
right
very
across.
closely connected. Yeah. So yeah, that's happening. Ooh, excuse me, Jesus.
Yeah.
So they're having dinner, and shit. Oh wait, and the scene also just came back to me too. Fuck, I just want to get to the scene so bad, but right before this is actually, the talk scene where they establish what movie they're in by.
Yeah, that was during daytime.
Yeah, that was during daytime, and then the whole apartment scene happened later that night.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's when Mindy gives us the official Randy talk. You know.
This is the requel sequel.
Yes, sequel to the requel, which at this point, we're in a franchise.
Yeah, which we've been in a franchise.
Yeah.
This is the 6th movie. Guys.
Yeah.
We've been in a franchise. Who does she say? She says that
the legacy characters are expendable.
Yes, so they're pretty much gone for good. They can die.
Yeah. I forget the rules.
The core 4 pretty much are can't be the killers because they weren't the last time.
Yeah, exactly.
Never trust the love interest. Obviously, that's been a thing since the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember everything, but fucking pussy ass Ethan is like, "Am I a killer?"
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want
to die a virgin.
Yeah. That's right. He doesn't want to die a virgin.
Yeah.
And I immediately thought of another Ethan.
Yeah. So did I. I think we thought of the same one.
Even though this Ethan has some nice hair. He has a nice perm and shit.
Yeah.
Which, people with perms I assume are just giant assholes. Like myself.
And me.
Fuck it, yeah.
Yes, and then finally, it's the apartment scene.
Now
Jason's across the hall. We establish the core 4. The call comes in, and it's Ghostface.
Yes. But also, right before that, they see on the news that, Sarah's being framed again for this.
Yeah,
so
prime suspect now.
Yeah, prime suspect. So she's pretty bummed out. They're at the table. Another dinner table, they're having their moment together and shit. Core 4, squat up.
Yeah.
Shit. And then who? No. What the fuck? How does this work? Because there's a smart way that they play this out. David sees.
Danny sees Ghostface
in Quinn's room.
Yeah,
but in Quinn's room, right behind
Quinn's on the phone talking to somebody, and they're all chilling, having dinner, core 4ing.
And then Danny is calling Sam, obviously to let him know that Ghostface is in her fucking house.
Yeah, but Sam's not having it. She's like, whatever, I'll call him back.
Yeah, Sam she declines the call. She's like, whatever, I'll take that later.
Yeah, everyone else is like, ooh, Danny, and then she's like,
oh no, but I would assume I get why she would decline right now.
Yeah.
But,
A, you want to enjoy your moment. B, phone calls are never what you want to be dealing with right now.
Yes. And then then they find out that Ghostface is in fuck. She gets like a few pictures on her phone or something that Sam or that Quinn is being murdered, and then they immediately dash to her door, and then she flies out just bloody mess.
Yeah, Ghostface pushes her on. I think it was Mindy who catches her. It was just what the hell?
Yeah, holy fuck! And this is where shit gets crazy.
Yeah.
So Tara and Chad run out of the apartment to get help. I'm not sure.
It's to escape, I think.
Just
to get help, escape,
just to get out of there. And the rest run into, I think, Quinn's room.
Yeah.
Quinn's room, because that's obviously the window that they see, that Danny sees sees Ghostface out.
And so they start trying to block off the door and make sure Ghostface can't get in there. And so they have really no idea what to do. It's way too far down on the drop to try and get out the window.
Before they head into the room, though, I forgot, Annika gets near gutted.
Oh yeah, before they even get in, Mindy gets stabbed in the shoulder, and she gets into the room, and then Annika gets sliced up from the stomach up to halfway through her chest, and I'm like, oh,
that's gotta suck really, really.
That
bad.
was that was grosser to me than the cut off head scene.
Oh no.
Because the head obviously we didn't see it get decapitated. We saw that pierce through. I'm like, oh, awful.
Man, you need to see more gore movies.
I don't want to see more. I was getting grossed out from the Evil Dead trailer. I wasn't able to finish that. Like, I had to look away.
Evil Dead is glorious. It's so good.
Not for me.
So Danny has the bright idea, but the only idea to... I don't know why this dude has a big-ass ladder in his apartment. I think the ladder would be taller than his ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, these apartments are not that big at all.
Yeah.
But fuck it, he has a ladder.
Yeah.
And
so he kind of gets it to go bridge between the two buildings.
And obviously, you know that someone's gonna fall, but who is gonna fall?
Yeah, that's the big
Sam's
question.
not gonna fall. Obviously, because we still have an hour of the movie left.
Yeah, so it really just comes down to, is it going to be Mindy or is it going to be Annika? Because
was it just those three? And yeah, it was just those three because Chad and Tara.
Yeah, both of those two were bleeding out, so it's okay. One of them is done for. Between the ladder, between bleeding out, someone's gonna get got.
Yeah, so Sam goes first, and then in a very slow manner.
Yeah, very slow, very anticipatory.
Yeah.
They really drag it out to make you feel that dread.
Yeah. And then she makes it, and then Mindy barely makes it, and poor Annika just can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And then Ghostface is busting down this door like it is nothing.
Yeah.
Or not like it's not, or not like it's nothing. Actually, I worded that wrong. He busted. He's going on for 5 straight minutes.
Yeah. All that energy.
The door, the hinges on the door come down on the door's still leaning, but the dresser's still in the way.
Yeah.
He is pissed.
Yeah.
This guy's pissed.
Girl wants that killed badly.
Yeah. And so Annika's smack dab in the middle of the ladder, and once Ghostface is in the room, you know that she's fucked.
Yeah.
Ghostface, I even told my girlfriend while watching this this dude is cold. He slams a knife right into the wood,
bam.
and he knows that he's just gonna shake the ladder.
Yeah.
Until he just tilts it enough for her to fall, and land headfirst right on a dumpster.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They show the remains of her face. Half of her face is just smashed in.
Disfigured and
shit. On top of the fact, already her stomach.
Thank God it was a quick death. This girl needs to be put out of her misery.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Poor gal.
Poor girl for real.
Oh man. Fuck. Okay, we're about an hour in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a little bit longer, I think. So yeah, holy shit, that happens.
Yeah, and so at that moment, they get out of Danny's apartment, and they start looking. That's when the cops show up, and Danny's like, "Look, trust no one. Don't even trust me." Because he knows at this point, you need to do whatever you can to survive. So he knows that he's not going to get Sam's trust, and he's not going to try and force it.
Yeah. Oh, and he was also really, really sad because he's like, now I have no children. He took my last daughter. He took my other kid too, and I have no children.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn, dude, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
That really sucks. That is not cool. And then I think Gail shows up finally.
Yes. Because they're getting out they're walking out of the police station, and that's when all the news reporters are showing up. Hey, we need a statement. We need a statement. Gail Weathers from Channel 4 here. What's your opinion on what's going on?
And then I almost I put my hand in the air when Sam went for that swing, that punch, and then she dodges it. Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, damn, she knew it was coming. She knew it was coming. And then Tara came in and clocked her. Yeah, and I loved that.
Gail's like, I've done this dance before, and then Tara just socks her.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, she remembers from Scream 1 when fucking Sydney just clocks her.
Yeah.
Really fun. But it was pretty uncharacteristic of Gail to do this again, to make another book.
Yeah, because they say in 5 and they reference it in 6, so you said you weren't going to do this again. Yeah. And she does it again.
Yeah, I thought she was redeemed, dog. Yeah. Which, the whole thing where she's like, I have a career.
Yeah.
What a disappointing in that regard, because I thought Gail was redeemed, but I still think she's still fun to watch, even though she's a lovable asshole, especially in the first movie. But she's still really whatever. I think she does feel bad in some regard for it.
Yeah.
In some regard, not all the way, because she does still have to. She's a news anchor. She has to do all this shit.
It is what she is.
And then Kirby shows up also, finally.
Yeah.
She's like, I didn't know they let children into the FBI. She's like, I'm 30.
Yeah, it's like, damn.
She's like, I have a. She's like,
12 years since her last appearance.
Yeah, she's like, I have a gun.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, fine, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
And I think Kirby is the one that leads the characters to the shrine.
Yes, it's when we find the shrine. Artifacts and outfits too, like just even like the normal clothes they wear from every other Ghostface
like,
ever.
Every murder ever, like the fucking TV from that Stu got killed by, all the knives, the shirts they wore, the things they were killed by.
Yeah.
The everything.
Yeah, along with some brand new drawings of the killers and what the new killers can learn from the past killers.
Yeah. Like, who the fuck made this?
Yeah,
I had my money. I thought this movie was gonna go the Spider-Man No Way Home routes. I told my girlfriend, I told you, and I'm like, I think it's Stu. I
was banking on Stu for so long.
Yeah,
I was really banking on Stu.
Only like this Ghostface is really experienced looking.
Yeah,
like he is badass. He's strong, and he's not taking shit from anybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, this has to be Stu. And people were theorizing about it before the movie even comes out.
Yeah, because there was the subway poster where his station was like a little faded away. We're like, maybe he's still alive. We don't really confirm that he's dead.
Yeah.
And they mentioned it in the movie.
Yeah.
That Stu was never confirmed dead.
Yeah, so I think he still might come back in fucking Scream 7. This movie will probably make its money back.
Oh, for sure it will.
Yeah. I thought they were gonna go the No Way Home route and just have a character come back.
Yeah. But I guess they say that exclusively for Kirby.
No, Stu is not in this movie.
No,
he is not in the movie.
No surprise cameos whatsoever in this one.
And Kirby isn't really a cameo. You know, she was like confirmed to come back. Kirby is coming back, so that's cool. Thank God she didn't die, because that would have been pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Just to have her back, just to have her killed again.
Yeah.
Kind of like Judy in the last one. The cop mom of Dylan Minnette.
Yes.
She came back from 4 and then she
she was the weirdo in 4.
Yeah, she was weird. She was weird. But she's still a nice. She still is such a sweet mother, but
yeah,
she gets stabbed in broad daylight.
Oh, yeah.
That's new. So yeah, we're taken to the shrine now. And I can't remember if this was in a trailer or a leaked image. When you said a leaked image, I'm like, shit, was it a leaked image?
Yeah, I don't remember, because I only saw the first trailer before all 5 movies came out, before I watched the 5 movies, and I never saw any trailers again. But I know I saw that image, so I can't remember if it was in a trailer or if it was a leaked image from the movie.
I think it was in a trailer, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm not sure. But this looks like a fucking horror movie expert's wet dream. And this is something that only something maybe Stu would do, maybe I'm not sure. Fucking someone that was this crazy about like movies and shit, or like even Randy, but Randy would fucking kill anybody.
Yeah.
Yes. So what the fuck happens here? Oh, Sam goes up to the one statue of her, not statue. I guess the one. The fuck do you call him? I guess mannequin. Yeah, sure, mannequin of her father, Billy Loomis. It's. I mean, all the robes look the same. Yeah. Really, but like, there's blood on the knives look the same too, in my opinion. Yes. It'd be funny if like for the Scream 4 killers that there was just no knife at all, because in that movie it was a CG knife. Really? So I wonder if it was just no knife at all. Like,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. But no, there's probably a knife there. Yeah, I couldn't even tell. I don't know why it was a CG knife. Maybe because
I need to go back to that later.
It's kind of hard to tell because it's so tiny. Yeah. But it fooled me. So whatever. Damn. And then we get another appearance from Skeet Ulrich as Billy. Yeah. In the reflection, telling her to, grab the knife, clear out this place, fuck everyone up and shit. And she takes a knife. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. I was like, damn. Okay. Okay. So that happens also. because we go to this location twice.
Yeah. For something to discover, and then of course for the third act final, seeing all of it.
Yeah, and another thing also, they, Kirby's with the FBI, so they can trace phone calls now.
Yeah.
I think that's how they found this place in the first place. No. Kirby found it on her own.
No, Gale found it on her own.
Gale found on... Yes, you're right.
The killer's plan was for Kirby to stumble across it, but Gale was already ahead of them, one step ahead, and found it.
Where did they get lead to for that phone call when it was traced?
That was Gale's apartment, because then Ghostface was in Gale's apartment.
That's right. So yeah,
that was the next scene.
I think it was after this, yeah. So they're all waiting for another call from Ghostface, and Mindy and Chad and Kirby are chilling in the car. And this was something I pointed out. She's like, "Why are we doing this? Because we're in broad daylight next to people, public. This is how my uncle died." I'm like, "How do you know that? How do you know that?"
Yeah.
I mean, was it or?
It was probably depicted.
It was in Stab 2. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe it's probably just depicted in Stab 2, which is, I guess that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I was like, according to this movie's timeline, you were probably 2 years old when that movie came out.
Yeah.
But obviously it was shown in Stab 2, which, why would you want to watch someone play your Uncle again? I don't fucking know. Man. That's all kinds of disrespect.
Throughout Scream 1 through 5, the previous Stab movies were all huge in Woodsboro, so...
Fucking whatever.
People are interested in seeing the shit.
Yeah, and they trace the call.
Quickly this time. Because, we know in all the horror movies you cannot do it quickly.
This is FBI type shit.
Yeah, you have to keep them on the phone for 15 seconds, which they were able to do.
Mm-hmm. And they call, and this Ghostface is one step ahead of him.
Yeah, Byrne knew he was going to be traced.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's on the complete other side of town.
Traced all the way to Gale's place.
Yeah.
So that's pretty scary because they're really fucking far away. And Gale has this nice ass apartment, or condo, I'm not sure. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And Sherry has a new boyfriend, which actually makes me kind of sad.
Yeah, I know. Dude was replaced quick.
Yeah, fuck, it's only been a year, dog. Come on.
Yeah, so it's then... We see kind of parallel scenes between Gale's apartment and then, of course, they're rushing to take the subway to get there as well.
No, they're not on the subway yet. They take the subway, but that's the subway to the final act.
Oh, it was after Gale's.
Yeah, it was after Gale's, yeah. So that happened. So they're on their way to Gale's place. Gale gets a phone call. He it's her boyfriend answers. Give it to Gale. He says it's the killer. She takes the call. She's like, she's tired of this shit too. She's like, you're the 10th person to fucking do this.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend gets disposed of pretty quickly, in no sound. Nothing happens, even though it's right behind her.
Yeah.
Nothing. and my girlfriend thought that there was 2 Ghostface killers right at this point. I was like, I don't think so. I think there's one. I think this is all the work of one mastermind type shit. Yeah.
I mean, it definitely did seem like that for the majority of the movie. When I made my final guess, I still made a guess of 2, just in classic Scream fashion.
I thought it was one,
but it definitely felt more like 1 because you had this I felt like it was a much taller build kind of character, which didn't end up being accurately reflected with who the killer reveal was. But it really felt like there was just this one person really seeking vengeance.
Yeah, this guy was fucking. He is not taking shit.
Yeah.
My God. So yeah, and then Gale, Ghostface comes out of nowhere in a pretty cool shot where he busts his, was it the boyfriend's body or Gale's body through the glass, and you just see that long shot of him just a knife wipe shit.
Yeah.
That was a really cool shot.
Yeah, and the shelf gets knocked in.
Yeah. She runs into her room where she's thankfully loaded.
Yeah, she's prepared.
Yeah, shoots at the door a few times, and
of course that did nothing at all.
And then she shoots at. Smart move from Gale here. Sorry, I spat everywhere. She puts the phone on hold and then dials back, and then she hears where the phone is dialing, and then she fires into the closet. Yeah. And I laughed when.
I love that. Just thought, please hold. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Bro, I was not expecting that at all.
And then me and my girlfriend laughed when she shot at the closet, and you just hear an oof.
Yeah.
I actually laughed. I was like,
yeah.
That's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah.
But then no, Ghostface still gets a hold of her, And you think... I predicted this. I thought Gale was dead.
I really did, and they pulled out plot armor number fucking like 17,000. Gale was like shot and stabbed and everything in every movie.
She is stabbed in this movie now with like the knife because like she thinks he's dead. She's going for like the final shot, and then she gets like slashed and like
she's impaled too.
By a shard of glass from the broken glass table.
The giant piece of glass goes through her entirely. I'm like, okay. Not that I liked Gale's character now, but okay, it's finally over. She's done. Like they said, the legacy character was expendable, and then she wasn't, and I'm like, bro, why?
Yeah, and then they say, "Oh, we have a pulse," and that's the last we hear from her. She's not in the rest. She's not in the rest of the movie. She's not in the rest of the movie. I wonder if she'll even come back for the next one. Probably. I wish they just killed her off.
Yeah.
I wish Ghostface just finally got that final stab.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, I don't want her to die, but like, you know, we're passing the torch here, and they even established that legacy characters are expendable, and you know, Dewey's dead, Sydney has disappeared. I think it's time to kill off Gale.
Yeah.
I think
they gotta go.
I think it makes sense, but no. Guess not.
Yeah. And then it's from here now that we get the subway scene onto the final location.
Yeah.
Which is the theater, and then with the theater and
back
the
in the
basement
auditorium.
Of the theater, the whole shrine.
Mm-hmm. So we get this pretty great subway scene where they get separated. Chad, Sarah, and Tara and Sam.
Yes.
All get in the subway, but Mindy and Ethan get left behind.
Yeah.
Because
it's too much person traffic here.
Yeah, it looks like New York to me.
Yeah. Yeah, there was really nothing suspicious about that. It's just the way it is. You know, there's people everywhere.
Dirty.
It's the night of Halloween. You know,
it's dirty, crowded, and New York, baby.
Yeah.
And then on Mindy's, so on Sam's subway, they think that there's people dressing up as Ghostface and all these awesome horror characters. You see, there's Jason, there's Freddy, there's Pinhead. I even saw a kid with with the balloon, Georgie from It, and I think I even saw the Nun. Maybe like I saw a bunch. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know that's for little fuckers like me to like.
Yeah, that's where you're gonna find all of those.
So the real Ghostface is not on Sarah's. I keep saying Sarah. Fuck me.
Yeah. No,
Samantha's subway. But no, it's just people just. I just love seeing the sight of Ghostface just chilling, just on his phone or something.
Yeah, bro was just relaxing there.
And there's like there's even a few like beat up Ghostface masks. Like, no, that can't be the one.
Yeah.
There's one heading straight towards them, but it's just a guy getting off the subway. They're safe. There's no Ghostface on their train.
Yeah. No
real Ghostface. But on Mindy's subway, yes, there's one, and he is getting closer and closer and closer because the lights keep flickering off, which is pretty cool. I don't know how he's moving at the speed of light. He's literally like teleporting.
Yeah.
He's there, and then he's just there. Like you think you'd see people like move out of the way, which honestly would have been pretty creepier if instead of him just appearing, you just see the shadow, like the darkened shadow, like people just moving out of the way for this guy.
Yeah, but still, the shots in the dark, those were like terrifying. That was the most tense scene, and he just appears.
Yeah, pretty creepy stuff.
He appears, grabs Minnie, covers her mouth. You know, like you said, it's the City of Millions. No one will hear her
and
scream.
Like if you see, however, she doesn't die. He stabs her. Does not die.
Oh man, like dude, she got butchered, and that was another one where
that would have been
plot armor was too much.
How scary would it have been if she was stabbed and then just put like seated down in like an empty seat, and it just looks like she's asleep.
Yeah,
it looks like she's asleep, and Ghostface gets right off.
Yeah, the thing is, like, she got stabbed in the shoulder earlier. She gets butchered in this one, but like, oh my god, man, how is she not dead?
Yeah.
I love Mindy. I love Mindy. She really is this generation's Randy, and I love Randy. But it's like, oh my god, like if they're gonna do this, just kill him. It's over.
It looks like they really learned from Scream 2. Just don't kill off this character in the second movie.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe that's what they're.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they did that. Because it was a big mistake too.
Yeah. So then Ethan quickly finds her, drags her out of the subway. Like, okay, would someone get help? Call 911.
Yeah, and they get help pretty quickly. I didn't know there was like, I guess medics or just officers just chilling there.
Yeah. Thankfully there were, because then that's how she survives.
Yeah. Fuck, that missed opportunity just to have her just on the subway forever.
Yeah.
Or just like for the longest time without Ethan maybe even noticing.
Yeah.
Or like, what if she was on the subway on her own type shit?
Yeah.
Nobody would have known she was dead. She would just would have looked asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and nobody would have noticed. So we finally get to the final showdown. Oh, I forgot that Danny's here the whole time too. He's with them the whole time too.
Yeah, he is.
He's with Sam and Tara.
He went with him in the subway. He went down.
And honestly, I'm like, this guy is definitely not the killer. It is way too obvious.
Yeah.
It's
when they get to the theater that they kind of separate. Sam's like, you said trust no one, right? And then he's like, okay, you know what, I get it. And then he kind of he goes to chill.
Yeah. So lucky him.
So then it's the core four minus Mindy.
And Kirby's there too.
And Kirby.
And there's one way in, one way out.
Yeah. And it's only once they're in that we get the big reveal that Kirby's not part of the FBI. She was kicked off because she's mentally unstable.
I was very confused at this. I was like, what just happened?
I was like, no shot they're going to make Kirby the killer.
I was like, is Ghostface doing something different again? Is he like putting in some hallucinogens and like, does he have poison knives or something like in Red Dead or some shit? Does he have like?
Yeah, I didn't think that Kirby was gonna be the killer. Even once I said that, I'm like, no, that's too obvious.
I'm like, this has to be some kind of hallucinogen or something.
Yeah,
but no, it's revealed in a little bit. Richie's movies start playing, which is like some movies he made. Like,
because they kept alluding to Richie all throughout the movie, and I'm like, okay, I really liked him. But
yeah, he really means in this movie.
Something else I noticed, I pointed out as a joke because I love Jack Quaid on like the previous killers board. Richie's picture was so much bigger than every other past killer. If you would go back to that scene in the police station where they have all of the past killers, the picture of every single one of them, and Richie's picture was like so much bigger than the rest.
I didn't know.
If I can find a picture after this, I'll definitely show you. But I noticed this, and I'm like, look, Jack Quaid is the biggest one. W, it's Jack Quaid. We love Jack Quaid.
But he has a bunch of movies. He has like his old movies playing on like this movie screen.
Yeah.
And it's funny to think because it's like young Jack Quaid. He looks like he's like 18 here,
yeah.
or like 7, or like maybe even like 15 or some shit.
Yeah.
I wonder if this was like movies made by him when he was
young.
Yeah,
some like archival footage.
Yeah.
Or if they were like, just send us a random video, we'll de-age you in it or something like that.
That's really funny to think about. If these were just his old videos, he's like, "Hey guys, welcome back to another video."
Yeah, hey guys, welcome back to another Ghostface killing.
Yeah. So, and then it is revealed, or no, Kirby gets shot.
Yeah.
Kirby gets shot.
From
someone, and then it's shown that who appears first. Is it the cop?
Yeah, because the cop, you see the cop shoot her because the cop walks in. And it's those two, and they're both stand down. Like Kirby's like, "How the fuck are you here?" And he's like, "You're not part of the FBI."
Oh, and then Kirby's all bloodied up. She's like, "No, like that's not, that's not you." Or what the fuck am I saying? Like,
because we see Chad get all stabbed up, and again, Chad.
That's
Chad,
right.
Chad gets all stabbed up first.
That's right. Tara and fucking Chad had their moment again.
Yeah, they have their little moment, and this time they finally get to make out. We get that yay, and then ghost faces show up. We know that there's two of them.
There's two. No, one first, and then that second one just shows up.
Yeah, the second one just
and then he is getting stabbed.
Yeah, they both go for the bam, bam, just
pow. And then I'm like, okay, Chad is definitely dead. Nope.
He's not. Oh my god, plot armor to the max. They refuse to do anything there. Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Oh lord.
Chad is not dead again.
Nope. But then it's that point, they run down, and Kirby's like, guys, Chad, and she's covered in blood.
And she's covered in blood, and she's like, that's not like
he's
like
he's
the killer. He's the killer.
Yeah. And then he's like, no, she was fired from the FBI, she's unstable. And then he shoots her.
And
I'm like, okay, somebody's dead.
No.
Except she's not.
Well, Kirby was not gonna die. Come on.
I know, but like, oh my god, they don't kill anybody in this movie.
Yeah. So the cop reveals himself as the killer, and then another Ghostface shows up, and then another Ghostface shows up.
Yeah, and it's like, wow.
And then they take off their masks, and one of them is Ethan. I'm like, oh, that makes that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a dweeb.
Yeah.
He's a total dweeb.
And he's now gonna die a virgin.
Yeah. But then the other one takes off the mask. I'm like, fuck, who's this gonna be?
Yeah.
And it's Quinn.
And I was like, oh.
Who we haven't seen since like the...
Yeah, I was really surprised and excited about Ethan, and I was just so underwhelmed by Quinn. I'm like,
Quinn was kind of...
Okay.
We haven't seen her in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, she was killed off early. I'm like, alright, man, sure. And then, of course, we get the long monologue of, wow, they're the whole family.
Yeah,
turns out they're Richie's family.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, this is really cool.
And they want to kill Sam because she... stabbed the fuck out of him.
Yeah, they know Sam didn't cause all the other killings because hell, it was Richie. They were supporting him through it.
Mm-hmm. So at least it makes sense. But
yeah.
Would underwhelming with Quinn there. I think the dad and Ethan kind of pretty much make sense. I didn't see Ethan really coming because.
I guess Ethan. My final guess was I think it was Ethan and Danny. Yeah, that was my final guess. Like kind of
for a while I was thinking Annika, but. Because she looked a little like worried and like suspicious in a few shots. I'm like,
yeah,
but no, she dies off really hard. She dies hard.
Yeah, yeah. And my final guess, kind of like I think it was like half of the second act, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make my guess here. It's gonna be Ethan and Danny. So I was half right.
Mm-hmm. The cob I didn't really see at all.
I really did not see that coming.
Yeah.
You know, we got our final kind of chase scene,
which makes me wonder who was doing the killings. Like, all over the movie. Was he the one with, like, the shotgun and, like, the one with the fucking ladder?
I didn't guess he was the one with the shotgun, because when he fired the shotgun, like, I know they don't play it too realistic, but, like, a shotgun is heavy recoil. Like, and I'm going to assume the other two have never fired a gun before. And he was holding that shit
with one hand.
Yeah. Like, he was just going at it.
Yeah.
And he, like, when he fired it, he was not jumping back. In real life, if you never fired a shotgun before, you are not prepared for that kind of recoil. It will push you back.
And if Ethan fired that, or even Quinn, Ethan would have fell back and fell on his stupid virgin head or some shit. Even Quinn too, because they're both pretty tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it had to have been the cop that has done this shit the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, cool. 2 out of the 3 Ghostface makes sense. A little underwhelming with Quinn, but as soon as they started going crazy, I'm like, I can't wait to see these people die.
Yeah,
they're fucking crazy.
It's obviously gonna die, and we get my favorite line, definitely my favorite line from Ethan. Possibly my favorite line of the whole movie.
We'll get to that in a second. So they do their monologue shtick, and then I don't know how they're gonna get out of this one. There's fucking 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like Tara throws a brick at. Or like throws a brick or swings a brick at Quinn's face and knocks some of her teeth out. I'm like,
yeah.
How are you not grieving on the ground? I would give up right there.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah. I would have no will left in me.
Fuck that shit. And also the dad has the gun, but
refuses to use it.
Refuses to use it.
Oh man.
So they start running over this auditorium. Tara and Sam go up this ladder to like up the seats are like this is like a theater auditorium, not like a movie theater. So there's like seats on the bottom and seats on the top type shit.
Yeah.
Like one level above. So they climb up there because there might be an escape there. Because like they said, there's one way in, one way out.
Yeah.
And it's locked right now. So they're pretty much cornered again. What the fuck happens here again?
Because then it's you have Ethan on the ground, and then Quinn and the detective, they're up on the second floor.
Yeah.
And then you have Tara and Sam both trying to like escape because then Quinn's coming like dragging her knife across the rail and making it real slow.
And who dies first?
Quinn.
Quinn, yeah. So
simple, Sam gets the gun, bam, shot to the head.
Simple gunshot to the head. She even smiles like her teeth. I was like, oh, stop that.
Yeah.
That's yucky.
Yeah.
Shot in the head, and her dad looks in absolute despair.
Yeah, she's like,
fuck
shot to the head, she's done. And she goes for shot number 2, and it's blank. The gun is empty.
Yeah. But then Tara is hanging over the edge. I forgot how she gets there. But she's hanging
because they have to cross over the edge for a second, and she slips because her hands are all bloody. She can't grip onto anything.
Mm-hmm. And then Ethan's waiting right under her.
Ethan's getting nice, screaming, and then we get the line, "I've always wanted to stick something inside of you, Tara," and I was dying.
I was like, "The fuck does that mean, dude?"
We know exactly what it means.
Are we sure this is not the date rape kid? The fuck, man.
Yeah. So I don't know. I love that line. I think it was hilarious. That was the best job. The 3 best jokes were that, Letterboxd, and then the only joke we have left, which is coming up.
Tony Stark.
Oh no, I just love that reference. I was gonna talk. I forgot all about that. That was great. Yeah, because then they were talking. Yeah, legacy characters being killed. Yeah. No. My favorite joke was the one at the very end. The last thing we heard.
Oh, that's right. Right. Yeah. So Tara drops. So Sam is armed with a knife and a gun. So she gives Tara the knife, and she drops down on Ethan.
Yeah.
And puts something in him. The fucking knife in his mouth, not his throat.
Just goes
in his mouth, like it's a fucking dick or some shit.
Yeah.
As if like that's what he wanted to do to her or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see it throughout the whole movie. I didn't know he had feelings for her.
Yeah, no, he really didn't communicate that at all. But whatever. And
then she gives it a little twist and a twist and another twist.
Oh yeah,
he is
brutally murdered.
And it's crunchy and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
A knife in the mouth. I don't think I've seen that before. That's simple but creative. So Ethan is dead, except not really. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
So Sam's gun is empty.
Yeah, it's empty.
And then they have a little wrestle and they fall over on the glass thing.
Yeah.
Like a floor below.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's knocked out. Sam's gone. Wakes up and he goes to the Ghostface shrine, like where all the robes are. One robe is gone. So obviously.
Billy's robe.
Yeah, Billy's robe. So I don't know why the fuck she would. Why she would find the time to do that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just how it is.
Whatever. So she. Kind of lures him in there. She calls him on Richie's phone. Yeah. Oh, and that also explains why she was getting calls from Richie because they obviously have his phone.
Family, yeah.
So funny thing though, what if she just deleted his contact? She's like, oh, random number. Beep. Yeah. And then this has nothing to do with Richie at all. Yeah. According to her, but whatever. The fuck. And yeah. So she lures him in.
Yeah, and then she comes in full Ghostface.
Full Ghostface and just stabs the ever-living fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And, I think more than Richie, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Over and in the arms, in the torso, in the chest, in the other arm, everywhere.
But he's still alive, and that's when she gets the, I'm not Richie, I'm not you, I'm better, but you fucked with my family. And then she finishes him off.
Yeah, with, it rang the eye.
Yeah, right this, bam.
Yep. Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, and they all find their peace until, of course, Ethan's backed up for one last run.
And then he dies in the Stumacher fashion. He gets a TV dropped on his head by Kirby.
Yeah. And that's it. Our killers are dead, our heroes are saved, including
what'd you think of the Ghostface killers in this one?
I thought they were pretty good. I mean, I think Ethan was definitely my favorite. Quinn was kind of underwhelming. I think the cop was solid, but... they were good.
Yeah, I think
not the best, not the worst. Just pretty.
But Ghostface, not these 3 people, but Ghostface in this movie was.
Oh yeah, actual Ghostface, the actual kills, the actual intimidation of Ghostface. Oh, that was top tier.
Yeah, he was.
That's like top 3, top 2 for me.
He might have been the strongest one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a few instances which I love about all Ghostfaces. He's pathetic.
Oh yeah,
he's pathetic. He
gets his shit kicked in.
He trips over a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
He flies all over the place. He's exaggerated.
Yeah.
He gets beat up kind of hard. Like in this movie too. Like he gets hit with a fucking a leaf blower or some shit.
Yeah.
Or the knife cabinet thing where you pick the knives out of, the block.
Oh, thing. Yeah, the knife block, yeah. Or, even, in Gail's apartment, everything she pushes over, bro, tripped over every single thing.
Yeah, he's still pathetic, which is great, but he's intimidating as fuck.
Yeah, the convenience store, the subway, those were scary scenes.
Just the emphasis on the convenience store alone. He is, just with the... this Ghostface with the shotgun is cold.
Yeah.
I think that's cold. And when Samantha says, I'm no better than Richie and whoever, I'm like, you stab the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
The ever-living fuck out of him. And it's kind of, this movie might be foreshadowing her going on a murder spree.
Yeah.
But maybe that doesn't happen because, everyone clears out of the place. fucking Chad's fine. He just puts up a 4
Yeah.
in his stretcher. He's alive. So was Mindy. So yeah, none of the core 4 died.
Yeah, core 4 are fine. Gale's fine. That's what I was saying. The only non-killers that were killed were Gale's boyfriend and Annika.
Yeah.
Because Greg was a killer. Flash Thompson was a killer.
Well, also those convenience store guys too.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But they were just kind of in the way, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and the counselor, Sam's therapist.
That's right. Oh, we didn't even go over that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that was a real quick one. He opens the door, he gets killed.
Yeah.
There was no phone call in that anyway.
I was confused, but I'm like, is this the cop? They look kind of alike to me. I'm like, is this the cop? Is this the therapist?
Yeah.
Yeah, the therapist just has the one scene in the beginning and then his death scene.
Yeah, he dies real quick. There's nothing too crazy there.
Yeah. Cool shot through the door there.
Yeah.
It's like bore down shit.
Yeah, and then just bam, punches through the glass.
I didn't know that glass was breakable. I didn't even know, like...
Yeah, it's always seemed like a very thick glass.
Yeah, it seems like it's...
Bro, punch through like it's nothing.
5-inch thick glass type shit.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But again, menacing as Ghostface.
Yeah.
And that pretty much sums it up. We get our heroes are happy, they're fine. It seems like they're staying in New York for the time being. They're not going to run away again.
Yeah. And then Sam is holding the Ghostface mask, and then she just drops it.
Yeah, she drops it.
I was like, oh no, is she gonna become?
Yeah.
Is she gonna go on a killing spree? She seems to really enjoy it.
Yeah, but as of right now,
because she has Loomis in her blood.
Yeah, but as of right now, Sam has decided against that, and then. Of course, we get that one last scene. The joke I really appreciate.
And then credits, and then they walk off into the street.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. Tilt shot up, credits roll.
Credits roll. With the Dim in the Bottle song, which honestly I like that. The Still Alive.
Oh, I didn't know
it was written specifically for the movie.
Oh, that's right. She did make the. I saw it.
Yeah, I was listening to it on the drive towards the movie. I'm like, okay, this is pretty good. This is definitely an end credit song.
Yeah. Okay. And then apparently you. Said like there was a post credit. I was like, okay, so let's wait till the end.
Yeah.
And then the post credits comes and it's like 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's just Mindy. Not every movie needs a post credit scene. Bam.
That's it.
And I love that because I'm like, okay, this is very on brand for Scream.
Yeah. I'm really glad they didn't say that in the monologue earlier.
Yeah.
Because then. I'm not sure if we should have stayed or not. Like if she said that in the post credit in the monologue, but I'm glad we stayed and just for that 3 seconds.
Yeah, that was worth it.
Like I said last night, it reminded me of the Captain America post credit scene from Homecoming.
Yeah.
Which he's like, patience is like a virtue or something. Sometimes you might be waiting for a long time, and at the end of the line. It's nothing. And nothing might happen. Like he's basically just telling you wasted your time.
Yeah, and for me, like the memory, it really reminded me of the second post-credit scene from Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Of just, it's over.
Funny enough, that sexy dude is Bruce Campbell.
I know.
Who is from the Evil Dead movies. Baby.
I know.
Yep.
Sam Raimi, just slightly off topic, since we're on it. Sam Raimi is heavily rumored to be directing Doctor Strange 3.
I didn't know there was a third one. I mean, I hope so. I mean, maybe he'll make it better. I haven't seen Doctor Strange, either of them.
Okay.
But this one, like Multiverse of Madness, according to you, it looks like it has a lot of style to me. So that's
it does.
So thank God for a Marvel movie to actually look pretty.
Yeah.
Just do some crazy shit. Maybe with all those transitions.
Oh Lord. Save that for another episode.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty much it. Scream 6.
That's Scream 6. I think I really liked it.
I really did enjoy it. It was my first time seeing a horror movie at all in theaters. Of course, my first time seeing a Scream movie in theaters. Great experience. I will definitely come back for 7 or whatever next.
Second time seeing Scream movie in theaters. Million times seeing a horror movie. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a 7 or like a 3.5.
Yeah, I give it a 7 as well.
I really liked it. Some like it didn't blow me away. I liked how it was different, I guess different in the structure of its storytelling.
Yeah, I think this was one of the best stories they told. There was a few other things I wasn't 100% happy with, but I think storytelling wise, this was a very strong story that they told.
Yeah, and I think, like Ghostface, it's not too different. It doesn't stray away from what Scream is. It doesn't play too different, just in the matters of its story beats, of like, especially the beginning. I was like, what is going on? I was like, what is going on? And 3 killers. Never had 3 killers before. Maybe next time they'll do a whole ass cult or some shit. That's what I also thought too. I'm like,
because when they had the 2 upstairs and then the ones in the basement, I'm like, do they have one to fit in each thing?
Yeah.
No.
Because like, what if like they pulled back the curtain on the auditorium and like all the robes were gone?
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Well,
yeah.
It's all the people that didn't die, even though they were shot in the head from the previous movies. No, that would have been stupid.
Yeah.
That's way too low. That can't happen.
Agreed.
I think if you get a gunshot to the head, I'm pretty sure you're dead.
Yeah.
But that's just me though.
Yeah.
That
pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, that's Scream 6. Had a few issues, but overall fun time. Definitely, I think it was definitely better than Scream 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful for the future. I'll definitely go to see Scream 7, whatever comes next.
Yeah, I think this movie will make its money back.
For sure.
It's such a slam dunk for. It's such an easy win for the studio to make a Scream movie.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that this movie came like really quick. The Scream 5 only came out last year.
Yeah, because there's never been a 1-year gap.
I mean, yeah, the Scream 2 came out like probably like, I think like 9 months after Scream 1 came out. It was quick as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all there is to say really.
Yeah.
Scream 6. There you go. Go see it. Go support your local theaters, please. We don't want movies to be taken over by Marvel. Please go support these movies.
Yeah.
But this movie will probably make its money back because a bunch of.
I think it definitely will. This movie was getting a lot more press, a lot more marketing, a lot more like kind of fame
and
before it even came out.
Budget's bigger too.
Yeah.
As long as it makes $100 million, then we're good. It'll make double, maybe even triple its money. So please go check out Scream 3. I mean, you probably should have checked it out if you were listening to the spoiler cast about it.
Yeah. And that pretty much sums it up. So, thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Ciao.